Okay, Painting 2 class. This is to help clarify this assignment a little bit with the watercolor and the architecture project. I apologize if it hasn't been clear enough, especially for some of you virtual students. So you're going to start out with something kind of looks like this. After you've sketched, you're going to do some grayscale washes with just your black watercolor. And it might look something kind of like this, right? Just black and white, gray. Give it some good value contrast with the black. Make sure you keep some white. And then you can add color, kind of like this one has. So it had the grayscale, some washes underneath, and some color added as well. With the color, you don't need to add much. It can be just minimal, or it can be a little bit more than that. It doesn't have to be a color harmony, but like this one's mostly cool colors, and even the yellow is kind of a cool yellow. If it is a color harmony, that's great. And keep it as washes, okay? Don't use just full strength watercolor paint. Add water to it. And this one also, you can see some drawn detail over top of the washes. So there's lines and textures drawn over it with a drawing pen. And whatever drawing pen you have is fine, as long as it's not a cheap regular pen for writing. If you don't have one, virtual students, you can pick one up at the secure entrance. I've got them there for you. A couple more examples that I've mentioned is Ian Corthall's, the artist. He's got some pieces that are similar to the style I want you to aim for. So again, this one has the black and white washes underneath for some shading, some color in certain places, and then plenty of ink detail drawn over it. Another example here, same artist, a little bit less color this time, even some places with no color. And that sort of serves as a point of emphasis there with just the plain white. So use these examples for some ideas as well. Again, the artist is Ian Corthals. Look him up if you want to look at some more examples. And then if you look at some examples that I did, which are, you've seen these are posted there for you to look at anytime. Same thing. So start out with black and white washes on everything, give it some good value contrast, a little bit of color added over top of that once the black and white is dry, and then lastly, some ink details drawn in there. Same thing with this, same process. So those examples are there for you. Hopefully this helps. Basically, you have 4 steps here. You sketch it in pencil, you add the black and white washes with the black watercolor with water added to it, give it some good value contrast from black to white, and add some color washes over top of that. 4th step is the ink details that you draw on there for texture and just to kind of clean up edges and add a little bit more detail.